Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. Hello, my beautiful people. It is May 15th. It is week 20 of 52 weeks with Spirit. And I hope you guys are enjoying these little tiny moments we get to spend together. As I was preparing for today as to, what are we going to talk about this week? I really was led to this moment of imposter syndrome. And I want to bring this up because I think we all suffer from it. I think we all forget that we suffer from it, where we get so caught up in our existence that we try to be like others, or we try to portray ourselves or act as if in regards to people in our lives that are more successful than us, right? And I was really struck in with this week. I've done a lot of time this week spending in reflection and just kind of going over who I am, where I am today, where I was 5 years ago, where I was 10 years ago, and how far I've come. And there's still those moments where even I struggle with imposter syndrome. And so I kind of like sat on my deck this morning having coffee and just took that time of reflection, and I spent some quality time with God this morning, and I just said, like, what do I need to know? What do the people need to know? What does the world need to know? And it was funny because in that moment that I said the word world, I was like, wait a minute, what do I need to know? Right? Because I'm part of that. And this week I had a moment with a conversation with a friend, and we were talking about why I do what I do, why I'm a medium, why I'm a Reiki master, why I'm a psychic investigator, why do I help find families receive closure, and why do I deliver guidance, or why do I talk to spirits or talk to the dead. um and I kind of paused, but I didn't, like, I didn't hesitate with my answer, and I just said it. I said, because in helping others, it helps me. And I was kind of caught off guard a little bit when I said that, but that's the truth. That's why I do what I do. Every time I get to sit and have a conversation with a client or a student, or just meet someone random and have that interaction, it allows me to give advice or give some knowledge or some wisdom or some guidance into someone's situation because I'm invited into it. But then also, it allows me to have that same bit of advice for myself, whether I need it at the time or whether I need it a month from then or 2 months from then. There's always that little like file inside my head, and I call it my filing box, my head filing box. And I think we get so caught up on this idea of perfection, on this idea of competing with one another, when we should just be grateful for what we have, and we should have gratitude in that. You know, are we struggling today? Absolutely. Am I struggling today? Absolutely. But what can I be grateful for because of this day? Right? So today, May 15th, what am I grateful for? Well, I'm grateful that my dog, Miss Bella Luna, came and woke me up because she had to go to the bathroom. First time ever. I'm grateful that, I have a roof over my head and I have a home. I'm grateful for the little bit of food I have in my cupboard. I'm grateful that every single week I get to come and spend a few minutes and hopefully inspire, encourage, empower through guidance from my own experience or through God or through angels or through our spiritual team. And let me tell you, this week has been hard. Mother's Day was not easy for me. For a lot of us who have lost our parents or lost our moms, Mother's Day isn't easy. But for me, it hit on a different level. And I actually don't like Mother's Day, even though I'm a mom. Um, but it doesn't change. And that's because on Mother's Day 13 years ago, within an hour apart, I received two calls to let me know that two different aunts had passed away on the same day. And so I struggle with Mother's Day. This year also marked 12 years without my mom. So I struggled with that as well. But one of the things that I know and one of the things I believe in is that through everything we go through, we grow through, right? And although it might have been hard, I made it through, right? I had my breakdown after my event. I had my emotional disconnect after everything. And the blessing that came from this past weekend and doing the powwow market is I got to meet with a 13-year-old who is open to spirit. And her mother has asked me to help her and to guide her and to inspire her and encourage her and support her in whatever way she needs in regards to her spiritual path and her spiritual journey. And I've worked with children and youth before, not in this aspect, but in other aspects of just being in care and being in foster care. And it's so incredible, the resilience, and it's so incredible the lack of fear that this individual has and how she's just open. And it's incredible to see, and it's incredible to help, and it's incredible. It if nothing else, it gives me inspiration. And so I want you this week to find that moment, to find that thing that gives you that inspiration. If somebody has made a difference in your life, let them know. If somebody has inspired you or empowered you in the last few weeks, let them know. People need to know that they're appreciated, and people need to know that they're loved and that they're worthy and that they're loved. Yesterday I posted Testimonial Tuesday on the Facebook page on Rise Up with Tamara, and I was actually disappointed because only one person commented. And I started to believe that maybe I'm not worthy of this anymore. Maybe I'm not strong enough. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not that medium that everyone wants anymore. And so it made me doubt myself. But I'm going to rise above this. And this could just be a roadblock that I have to overcome. So, thank you to those that give positive comments and positive feedbacks, and I appreciate it so, so much. Thank you to those that believe in me, even on a day like today when I struggle to believe in myself. Have a great week.